Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of the ITK Soccer Show. It is the 13th of January 2015 and it's awards night. We're all here dressed in our best dresses and we're celebrating the awards ceremony, the awards time of the year. We had the Golden Globes a couple of nights ago and we had the BallonD'Or as well. We're going to go through all those.
Slammies.
We had this. Well, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
It feels like we were getting played off there. The intro music was going on for a long time. It felt.
Did it? It's right because I broke wind as it was happening, so just time stopped. At least for me it did, because I had to check myself.
And for me, as the smell came this way.
I only rented this dress, so I really didn't want to look bad. Okay, so we've got that, and we'll also be covering at least the first half of the Everton West Ham replay as it happens. Of course, you'll know the result by the time you listen to this, but it's nice to pretend. We also have all the latest transfers, Premier League review, so on and so forth. But little bit of housekeeping to do first. So you guys were out on Saturday night, and there was a picture taken, and the picture went viral, I think, as the kids say. So who wants to tell the story? What happened?
I made page 3 of The Sun, which my weight gain over Christmas with the man boobs really worked out for me towards the end.
Were we actually in page 3 of The Sun?
We were indeed.
What?
Were we said the woman with the big boobies?
They've gotten rid of that.
So they put me and you in instead of the woman with the big boobies?
Well, they cut me out. But you're in there.
They cut you out, but I'm in.
Barry and his floating head is there. And I think
So me, a floating head with me, Barry and Elaine.
yeah.
And I presume Aaron Paul's in as well.
Yeah, it's mostly him, to be honest. But I was quoted.
Yeah, they were actually using my Twitter handle as well for a lot of it.
They were
Okay,
using- they were
ITK was trending as well for a while.
Let's get back to the start of the story. So tell us how you met him and what happened.
We stopped him in the smoking area.
Where were you?
The Dean in Harcourt Street.
Okay.
And he dragged us over for a photo so he wouldn't be recognised. And I'd recently watched some film he's in with Pierce Brosnan, and I said he was good in it. But I didn't tell him that the film was awful, but I did say he's good in it, which he is.
That's all he wants to hear.
Exactly.
And he'd probably rather hear that than go, oh, you're brilliant in Breaking Bad.
And then we tried to take a photo with him, and it didn't work out.
And then I got in for the next one. Luckily, I wouldn't have been in that one.
So who asked him for the photo?
Dave's cousin did, and then I asked for the retake because we were friends. You know, we were buddies.
The roly retake.
Yeah, like, I gave him a good review.
And he was a real nice guy.
Yeah.
You didn't end up chatting to him for very long.
No, he liked it.
He liked it.
I did the Chris Jericho.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
not a reference that everyone knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no,
In
you
fact,
know
I
it.
wouldn't say anyone who lessons know.
Lessons.
Not for God's sake, not again.
Not drunk again. You're
I'm
drunk.
sober this
He
time.
must be drunk again.
So what Dan's referring to is I brought him out one night to... No, you see, I've resisted telling any of these
Yeah,
stories.
even on the wrestling show,
Yeah,
I think
I know.
we're...
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
It's
one
not
night,
a thing.
yeah, it's not... Anyway,
Nothing happened.
Dan couldn't talk to Chris Jericho.
We start again.
Again.
So what was the quote in The Sun?
I'm not putting that out there. It was a very drunken tweet that is now
Oh,
famous.
poor John.
Telling you.
Come on, tell us.
Nah, I'm
I'll
sure.
say it.
Yeah.
Go on.
Just met Aaron Paul with my best friend, Tad O'Carroll. Ooh.
It really doesn't do any good for the dynamic of the show. We
And
can't
that is
have you
that
guys
is
actually
the
being
original.
friends.
That is the original tweet that went out
So
as well.
Let's
I think
go.
it actually got worse for me though, because the Herald contacted me and they're like, "Would you like to do an interview?" And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
I was like, "What on earth do they want me to?" Of course, I went, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah.
So they rang me and they're like, "What was he like?" And I was like, "Grand, yeah, sound bloke." Quote. So, never said that phrase in my life, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's in there, and I also said that they go, "What do you do?" And I go, "I just work in an office." And I went, "I just stand up on the side," like. And then I was like, if she puts in that I'm a stand-up comedian, actual stand-up comedians might get a bit
John
annoyed
Carroll,
with
the
it.
stand-up
I can't
comedian,
believe that
says he's a
wasn't-
nice guy.
I can't believe that wasn't part of it. I thought that you'd like say I'm John Carroll's stand-up comedian.
No,
this is what we need to use.
Have you
Yeah.
seen it? I bought the Herald yesterday. Just
Yeah, so I told
No.
her, can you take it out because I'd be ashamed type thing if that goes in. And she goes, "No problem." First thing, get a text. Stand-up comedian John Carroll, is it? For God's sake.
Hey, listen, man. If you were the PR team, they'd be shooting you if you didn't tell them
That's
that.
true.
And I'm your PR team.
It's been a good few days.
Spin doctor over here.
So you were you were on RTE, you were on Entertainment.ie, you were in the Mirror, you were in
Joe.
the Guardian, Joe, Herald.
Independent.
The show was in the Mirror.
The show.
The shows, I tweeted the show. We've got our guest host, but unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances and transportation woes, Aaron Paul is not able to make it here. So
What are you
Neil
talking
will
about?
still produce the show.
He
Yeah,
just he
I'll do my best.
just got a bit of a cold, so he won't be talking or making
he
any
might-
noise.
Oh, he was over there actually.
He
Hello,
might make an appearance at some stage.
bitch.
So, that's just amazing.
He's cooking meth in the corner.
So we're gonna have obviously we'll put the profile picture of the thumbnail for the YouTube video will be him, and we'll it'll be great because a lot of people will put two and two together. They wouldn't have known that. Maybe they might know the show and they might know it was you guys, and it's great. You know what I mean? So well done, guys.
I think
we'll see what
did
happens.
well, didn't we?
Okay, let's do some awards here. So we had the BallonD'Or, and Cristiano won it. It was between himself, Manuel Neuer, and Messi. I think Manuel Neuer, a lot of people wanted to just see a goalkeeper win it because he's quote unquote revolutionised the game.
I think that was a hipster thing more than anything else.
It was a bit of a chilly World
it's
Cup.
like, no one's gonna win this. I hope he wins it. That's the cool thing to say.
Should he have won it?
No, it's an individual award. Ronaldo's been the best individual player.
Are you happy with Ronaldo winning it, Dan?
Yeah, no, he was the best. I think if Messi was fully fit for the 12 months, it would have been different. And if Messi had won the World Cup,
She wasn't acting with bollocks, which I'm sure we'll get to later.
Yeah, we will get to that very soon.
I think it's a bit of kind of tit for toe that one.
Not showing up for matches or training.
What was the thing that he
did.
shouted, Ronaldo?
Oh,
So he went two. Did he say two? It's kind of
I
like when,
found he was probably the deserving winner, all right. Even though he only scored 3 more goals than Messi in the year, and Neuer won the World Cup. So it was a thing for everyone. And you're back to the Neuer thing there. Xavi, I wanted him to win the 2010 one because he had like the best year ever. He won the World Cup. He won all of it with Barcelona that year, and he had like something like 28 assists and like 15 goals from midfield or something. It was like, and that was when he was at his prime as well. Like
15 goals.
Yeah, and 28.
I don't think he ever scored 15 goals in a season.
No.
He was in double figures.
You might explain this. Why the fuck is Iniesta in the team?
I didn't pick it.
You
How
did.
would I
though.
know?
You watch more Spanish league than I
think
do.
that
I did
is,
pick that.
I don't think that's
That's what the players picked it.
I don't think
That's
that's the
not-
biggest oversight.
No.
Diego Godin not being in it.
I think this David Luiz and not a company or a Godin. Godin more so than
He was
company
good in the World Cup until the infamous
Yeah.
7-1.
Okay, all right, let's jump to that. The team of the year: Manuel Neuer, Philip Lahm, Sergio Ramos, David Luiz, Thiago Silva, Andres Iniesta, Toni Kroos, Angel Di Maria, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Arjen Robben. Do you like the way I knew all their first names? Because you only wrote down their second. You'd
Or
swear that.
nicknames. CR7. Sack.
because I didn't want him to go to the second line, so I just put CR7 in.
Formatting. Yeah, so that's
Saving paper.
okay. Let's go through this from top to tail. Neuer, yes.
Yeah,
Lamb,
definitely.
no. And here's
What?
why. They
Sorry.
listen to me.
Okay.
He's played as a centre midfielder this last year. They put him in just as a formality. It's like
He also played right back for the final 3 matches of the World Cup.
yeah, but that was just because of
And he
injuries.
played right back probably more than centre mid.
No, he didn't.
I would say it's
He,
about 50-50.
he just didn't though. Like
Yeah,
Pep.
you're wrong here, Dan.
So who would you put in then right back?
I'm just saying.
Glenn Johnson.
Scouse Cafu.
He actually,
Where is he? Is he dead as well?
No,
Yeah,
he had a video today on LCTV answering questions.
So he's not dead.
So yeah, the return is looming.
Yeah.
With him and Tony
They're the 2 big returns the next few weeks. The Undertaker and the Scouse Cafu.
I want to talk to you about the Undertaker thing because I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, and I've tried so hard to find out. Anyway, Sergio Ramos,
Yeah.
yes.
Massive goals he scored.
Yes,
Massive.
no, I don't think. David Luiz,
Godin.
Sitting on the Chelsea bench and doing well for Brazil in the World Cup.
yeah. So we'll go with
Godin.
Godin over Luis. Okay, great. Thiago Silva. This is one of those things.
Well, they just stuck like they easily could have put Ramos right back, Lam left back, and then even at least instead of putting Thiago Silva, the only one there who couldn't play full back,
Yeah.
even though he did start as a right winger when he was young.
What do you think of Thiago Silva being there anyway?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, he'd definitely be him and company.
Did Brazil keep a lot of clean sheets in the World Cup?
They kept a couple, yeah.
Maybe they were.
No, not Colombia. They Mexico,
Croatia game they conceded the Germany game.
Mexico, and that's it.
I can't like.
Obviously,
Well, I suppose Silva got injured, so maybe it made him look a lot better, didn't he? He didn't.
That's-
He didn't
yeah,
play
Well,
the
he
7-1.
missed the Dutch game where they were
He's,
destroyed 3-0 as well.
suspended for the Germany game. But this is obviously like this isn't counting just international form either, you know. And
Who would you have at left back then? Philippe Luis even. Like it's a disgrace.
don't
There's not
think so.
one Atletico Madrid player there.
Andres,
It's shocking.
Iniesta in the midfield.
No.
Uh,
I would
no.
have
Okay.
had. Why would you have had
I'm just trying to think of an alternative.
it?
Zabi.
Steven Gerrard.
If he hadn't sliped,
Highest stats for a midfielder in a domestic league last year in top 5 divisions. Highest rated player.
I don't think. I think it's one of those.
Had a disgustingly bad World Cup, but besides that.
That doesn't seem to matter for this.
No, exactly.
Schweinsteiger missed too much football.
Yeah.
Even like,
I don't know. If you can't, nobody's come up with a better one.
yeah, I would definitely have Cruz. Modric, incredible this season.
Okay. Cruz is in there anyway. Di Maria, I think, is fair. He was very good for Madrid. He was basically, besides Messi.
You have to remember that the voting stopped in like October or November or something. So Di Maria is complete fall out of form.
Yeah, doesn't get
well, yeah.
Okay. Messi, Ronaldo, Robin. There's absolutely no arguments there. I wouldn't have anybody else over those
Suarez?
three. Suarez over Robin.
Well, Suarez.
Well, the biting
Suarez wasn't allowed, but Suarez would be
Can't
there.
stop fighting.
He would have won the BallonD'Or
Even-
probably if he hadn't.
Kun Aguero when he was fit.
No, not better. Not ahead of
Muller.
those three.
A lot of
I had
this.
Muller top goal scorer, and Ham ahead of Iniesta. That's who should be in there.
You know what? Like besides the World Cup stuff, like Ramos and Iniesta, everybody else here did have a fairly good World Cup. Oh, Ronaldo though. Yeah, it's a weird one.
See, Ronaldo's only there because of the goals he scored. He had
go
a
back
terrible
to
World Cup,
the,
but he wasn't really fit though. To be fair,
No, he wasn't. Okay, let's go back to the Ballon d'Or for a minute. We had some hilarious short lists here from players. So Roy Hodgson has Mascherano. No interest in having Mascherano, Philip Lahm, and Neuer.
The man who refused to play for him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think that's it. Treat him mean, keep him keen. Let's see who. I think the only person who had the actual three shortlisted was Zlatan. Zlatan had Messi, Neuer, and Ronaldo, and I don't think anybody else did.
in that order.
Company had Courtois, Hazard, and Robin.
But they're all just picking all their mates from the internationals. Like,
Yeah, that's how it works.
it's like Casillas had like Ronaldo,
It's just the
Bale,
Eurovision.
and Ramos or something.
It's like Messi didn't vote for Ronaldo.
Ronaldo didn't vote for Messi.
Excuse me, Ray Wilkins and his shiny head had Messi, Ronaldo, and Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar. Excuse me. Yeah, so Zlatan knows more than you, among other things.
Me?
Well, everyone.
Got a pun about his nose.
Yes. Thanks, John. As well as that, we had the Puskas Award. Is this the inaugural Puskas Award?
If any,
Oh,
it
I think
is.
it might
Yeah.
be.
It's every year, yeah.
Is it every
So
year?
it's been there before.
Okay.
I think we just heard about it more because Stephanie Roach is there.
Well, anyway.
No, you always hear about it. Like some bin man almost won it last year. Like it's always flying around. Like
So Ham won it. To be honest, like it was a fantastic goal, and it was at the World Cup, so it's obviously like a million eyes on it, a bazillion eyes on it.
didn't win by much though.
40-something%.
She beat Van Persie,
She came second.
that was also on the world stage.
Yeah.
You know, but see, just Rodriguez he's got about how many people from Colombia and South America and Liam Devine keep voting for him. He was on top of the Christmas tree. Oh no, that was Isco.
So tell me about the Christmas tree.
On top of Liam's Christmas tree was Isco.
That's nice.
I think Ham was like second down.
That's okay. I have a penguin on mine.
Very cool.
So poor Stephanie. I would have liked to see her get it.
Yeah, just
I think she made up for it though with walking past Messi and Ronaldo and both checking their legs out.
that didn't
That
happen.
didn't. I just. How
Have
is
you
that
seen the
helping
photo?
anybody?
Like
How is that
they're
helping
having a
anybody?
chat. Ronaldo's like looking like straight behind her. It's just right. Like it's like an
Looking at
Irish
worse.
photographer. Just wait. No.
Yeah, it was.
She's the center of the room. It's like waitress.
What I found very interesting was Messi and Ronaldo were constantly put together for the entire ceremony.
But they're always been like that though because it's like the two of them.
Messi wearing an Adidas jumper to all the thing. All right, I think you've made enough money, you prick.
He's losing his mind. I
It's
think.
gone insane.
I speak of losing their mind. What was Ronaldo's speech about? It was like
He's made a few of them. I don't think he cares.
it was
anymore.
just like, for fuck's sake, like everything is about me. I win again. Me. I am
Dan,
the best.
I think we realised
me.
recently more than enough that the stereotype that Ronaldo's the most selfish person in the world and Messi is just a saint. It's completely swapped around. He won an individual award. Of course, he's going to go up there going, "It was great, actually. Yeah, I've been good."
It was just like
Messi had the Schley dig as well.
how
When they were asked about their best goal, Ronaldo's answer was, my most important goal is my next goal, right? So, right? And Messi goes, probably the header against Man United. So, Messi's an old bastard. Speaking of him being an old bastard, he pretty much said that the rumours about the rift run true, but then that was at the weekend. But then at the press conference after before the Ballon d'Or, he basically said he doesn't know where he'll be next year.
Newell's Old Boys is the only place to go.
What?
He'll have to
Fuck off,
go
Dan.
back to Argentina.
Fuck off,
Finish his
Dan.
career there.
I will, yeah.
Yeah,
unless
I'm
he
not- I'm
unless he
not saying
buys out his own contract.
Yeah.
Next year he's gonna be like, right, that's it. Had enough being the king of European
and
football.
Did I say he's going into the next 6 months? No,
That's
you
what
go.
his exact quote
Yeah,
was.
you
He
said-
goes, I don't know where I'll be next year. And you're like, well, I don't know about next year, but 10 years, he'll probably retire in Argentina.
Yeah, his contract ends in
wasn't the fucking
2018.
question.
That wasn't the question. The question is...
Well, that's why I'm saying
okay.
what could happen.
So you're saying that his future isn't in doubt, and until he becomes an older gent in the football world.
Yeah.
But that's not what he said. He said he doesn't know where he'll be next year.
Where can he go? He'll have to. The only way he can buy out his own contract, really.
Yeah, well, listen. I think that it's been proven enough in football that if you're unhappy, and if you make sure to let everybody in the world, including your manager and the powers that be, that you're unhappy, you can leave. Nobody has ever been held down to every single cent of their contract. Seriously, give me an example.
This is huge sums of money, though.
Give me an example.
Yeah, and you're not dealing with 500 million.
Well, that's one. It's 200. Is his buyout clause?
Yeah, but
so unless someone just goes nuts.
The
like.
wages on top of that as well, though.
Well, no, City might do it. They have like 5 side companies.
Yeah,
it
but
turns,
the
turns out
FFP
Frank
was up.
Lampard wasn't even playing. Never signed for New York.
Oh, we did have that in the news. We'll get to that.
Just signed for City. Why can't they do that? Why can't New York, Man City just all buy a share, 25 million each or something, and just share them like? And also, he's kicking. They bought Neymar to show Messi going, we have another great player. You don't think he can run the place? And lately he's been like, I can run the place though.
Yeah, well, he can.
He's the match after Christmas. He never plays. Only under one manager did he play that match. He doesn't show up for it.
Wow.
He was given a holiday this time.
He wasn't given a holiday for the Sociedad game, but he showed up a couple of days late.
No, he was told.
Neymar.
He was told he can come in, and then it was like, no, he showed up too late anyway. So him and Neymar were put on the bench. It wasn't just him. Neymar was punished as well.
I know Neymar was punished.
So it was the two of them were kind of like
They
they were
both-
given their holidays still that day, and they're like, actually no, you're not allowed to play now.
Like we
That was the problem
watched the
with it.
Barcelona match the other day, and like Messi's great.
Yeah.
Handballed it, gave away a penalty. Should have got sent off for kicking a guy in the chest. But bar that, he was quite good. But
It
I
was
thi-
actually very good.
Yeah, well, it was the best Barca played in like, literally I'd say about 18 months.
They got
But
the,
like the whole following Chelsea thing, I think was very much like, Barca, watch this.
Yeah, the whole the magic trio all scored in that
But
game.
I think
against
the
Atletico.
Messi thing though, it's more like they have to like. I don't like indulgent players, but when you've got like a Ronaldo or a Messi, like an all-time absolute great, what do you do? Do you keep him happy?
No, obviously.
Or do you
But
do
it's like,
you piss him off? It's like you don't.
it's like the classic
just
story is what
it's like-
Rooney did. Rooney did apparently. Rooney and Ferguson were in it together. The first time Rooney said he wanted to leave because the Glazers weren't giving any money.
He used them as a ploy.
Yeah, and Rooney
Yeah.
was like, "That's it, I'm gone to City." And then they're like, "No, take some money." So maybe it's just that.
I think it's more like the club has been in a shambles really
Yeah, it's
since
like
since Tito.
how long can he stay
got
there
sick,
and be happy?
unfortunately.
Like he's clearly not as happy as he was. He's achieved everything he can there. I think the idea of him,
He is
you
happy
know-
as providing the board and the style. Everything is just
Listen,
it's
Dan,
gone. The whole
if-
club is
if
just
he
a
went-
mess.
If he
like, to be
knows,
fair.
I think he knows that if he went to the Premier League, and if he could have similar stats that he has over the last few years, he will go down as the greatest of all time. He knows that the only thing left to prove is that he can do this in the league as close to as good or as equal. And I think that's like for him, that's a big deal.
I just the only way he'd be able to get out is if he buys out his contract, and like I don't know how a team can get round the FFP.
It all
Like
depends
if
who it
Chelsea
is.
were to do it, for example, they'd have to sell Hazard. They'd have to sell Cesc probably.
It depends how they do it.
They'd have to sell
Like
a hell of a lot of
it
players
wouldn't be
to try and.
one if Messi, if they want him gone and he wants to go, that would take a decent chunk off it. And also, they can do it in certain like it's never
Like,
it's never the money
It
up
could
front.
end up Barca paying half his wages to play at a different team. Really, like
That would never happen.
well, it's the wages are so high.
Yeah, no,
You
but
know,
they
like-
might want to cash in on them anyway.
I always thought for the last since they got Neymar, it's been kind of that stance that they
Yeah.
really wanted that. But and then Neymar comes into the central position, takes the number 10 jersey. They do it like the Ronaldinho thing. But Ronaldinho's finished though when he was gone. Like Messi isn't finished.
No.
No,
but
he's probably not the player he was.
Ron
because of
Lino was the
injuries,
same
but-
sort of. I've won everything I can. I'm not really arsed anymore, and went off to Italy.
Yeah, well, Messi would want to win more though. Like he still has that hunger. Like
Yeah, but maybe somewhere else. Like, seriously, he's done everything. He really has. He's just showing up now to games and still breaking records. by default because he did so
I
well
saw
over the
some
last
stat
few
of
years.
him, and he's got like about 6 or 7 more assists to make in Champions League and everything, and he's broken every record.
Yeah.
It's like he's literally won football.
And he doesn't have to do that with Barca to break that record.
Well, to do it with one team was pretty good.
Okay, well, fair enough. Well, anyway, look, one thing we can all agree on: this is the first time it's ever felt like something could happen with him. So,
Still think it's unlikely, but
okay, let's do some news before we do the transfers. Bose, this Daily Mount Park, Thomond Park thing. Do you
yeah,
know?
there's something going on that the state are buying it or something.
Yeah,
Or I
the
didn't
idea
get
is,
to read it. It came
okay.
in today.
All right, so the idea is the state that buy both, and they sell Thomond
It's
on.
Nam are buying it or something.
They sell, well, somebody anyway, yeah. And they sell Thomond on to be residential, and then the other one, what am I
Daily
trying
Mount?
to say? Daily Mount is shared.
Limerick,
I guess, yeah.
Thomond Park.
That's the idea.
Well, it is the FAI, isn't it?
Yeah.
Limerick, you're a Dublin team now. Let's get another one.
I really don't understand
Are
it
you
myself.
sure it's Thomond Park?
It's Daily Mount
It'd not be Talca Park.
and Tolka, sorry.
Yeah,
So
that
would make a lot more sense.
That would make sense, yes, because
Yes.
they are right. They like
Yeah.
Pats and Rovers should share ground really.
So this is the idea.
in terms of money, like and
Well, let's
Bose
just
and
say this
Chelsea
was
as
to
well.
happen. Would that be beneficial?
Daily Mail's just a kip.
I presume the idea is that the reason they'd sell one on is that they do the other one up.
Would they be
Well, they
rivals?
do. Sorry.
Would they be rivals? Like another same city, but
Well, all Dublin teams are rivals, really. Cause
yeah,
it's
but
Dublin
like
Derby, but
proper one. You know what I mean? Like you know,
no,
Chelsea, Arsenal, not
yeah,
Chelsea, Fulham. Like
Yeah, it'd be kind of like Bose and Rovers is the big one, really. Like it's the North v South. Even though Shells are actually a South team, but they got moved to the North years ago. So I don't know. It could work. Like they need to think of something to help finance it. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. But Daily Mail's a fucking kip anyway. So
Who wants to try and explain the Frank Lampard situation? And whoever does, the follow-up question is: was it a Schleil move?
it was a shy move, and I'm not going to explain it.
it basically he was supposed to show up to play like Christmas Day or something, somewhere around there. Like
The
first
loan
of January.
was
or something.
till January, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then it turns out he wasn't going. So like financial fair play and all, we're like, hang on a second, who does he play for? So they
So do Man City actually own him?
Yeah, you never
Because they
see-
own New York City,
Yeah,
and he signed for New York City, but they go
No, he
"Actu-
didn't. He didn't actually sign.
He
for
never
New York
signed for
City.
them.
This is it.
So
he just
how
went
did
to Man
FIFA
City.
not?
He agreed.
Do they not have to release that to
basically,
the
he agreed
media?
to
He
sign for
agreed
them.
to sign with them. So the idea would be you go on loan, and then when the league starts, he signs. But the way it was said was that he has signed, and this is a loan deal, and then he'll go to where he belongs.
So he's just actually getting loaned back to New York.
No, he's going to sign for New York at the end of this season.
Do you think this is how Jared's
So
going
he
to sign
could
for
still
United?
do another
So
6
he's
months.
actually-
He could do another 6 months conceivably at City at the start of next season, and then go. Basically, what was said, the thing that was supposed to happen this year.
He's been a very good signing.
He's
He's
going
already been with the signing of the transfer window in summer.
if they
For the price, like free transfer, big goals.
if the league was to end in 3 weeks' time, and City were to win the league, it would be his goals that have won them the league.
Well, like the goal against Chelsea was huge.
It's
know?
incredible. It is incredible. But anyway, I don't think there's anything else much.
Other than confusion.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Did
Anyway,
you hear about the trouble in the Bayern camp?
No?
About Muller keeps making jokes to Dante about this.
Yeah, we talked about that
did.
last
What did you
week.
talk
didn't we?
about it?
Did
Oh,
we?
Yeah, we did. It was
Oh, we
last
did.
week.
Yeah, he wanted
John doesn't
Dante
know.
wanted to give him a slap. Okay.
Muller would kill him as well.
I don't know. Dante's a big guy. His name's Dante. Dante.
Don't.
Dante's peak. Dante's fist. Okay, latest transfers. This Boney to Man City stuff between 28 and 30 million. It looks like it's going to happen. He didn't play this weekend, and
He's in
negotiations ongoing.
the African nations. He's down in like Dubai or
Oh,
something.
he is. Sorry, didn't he wear a one-piece suit and
the white
shoes?
tracksuit. The white tracksuit in the airport. Yeah.
Outrageous.
That's great.
The Shack attack has got into Milan.
Do you think Boney's worth it?
No.
But he's going to be overpriced though. What City are paying? So
He is the highest scoring player of last year. That could be because Suarez left and Sturridge is injured and Aguero was also injured.
Yeah.
But
no, like it's not a bad feat being Swansea. Like
you know the top 5 top scorers of last year, City own 4 of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Aguero, Dzeko, Boney, and I can't remember who else. Probably Yaya or something like that.
That's insane. So, who's going out then? If he's coming in, obviously it's to cover injuries.
I read something ridiculous today, and
Supposedly Jovetic.
Yeah, well, it has to
Liverpool.
be him. It'd have to be him who goes. But I read something ridiculous that
To Liverpool.
Stoke are trying to have a loan deal for Xhaka. It's like, who made that up?
That's right.
Who made that up?
They went for Shaqiri as
Yeah,
well.
they've got some cash somewhere.
Yeah.
Tony Pulis has some fucking cash under that hat.
That'd be
It's definitely
interesting
Mark
since he's at
Hughes.
West Brom. Like.
Exactly. Excuse me. Yeah, so
Pulis had 2 teams since.
speaking of the Shaq attack, he's going to enter. It's a loan deal that then 14 million. And then a lot of these Liverpool insiders that you see on Twitter are saying that we're still going to go in for 14 in the summer. But look, he picked Inter to begin with, so unless it's as much of a shambles as Vidic says it is, he's pretty much there. And they'll buy him in the summer.
Their
manager-
Inter are buying they're buying high profile names.
The manager did get knocked out the other day.
What happened?
Hilarious. Did
They,
you- oh
they were
my
watching
God.
there was some match and the score is irrelevant. I think Podolski scored, and one Inter player went to clear it, and it just hit Mancini straight in the head. Fell on his arse. It was quite hilarious.
It was like hit like serious
Wow.
force like as well. You went flying.
That's amazing.
Scarf even came
to
off
see
his head.
Roma's planned selfie celebration. Maybe we kind of like him less.
The Toddy celebration.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Toddy scores, and then a cameraman gives him a phone, and Toddy takes a good 5 minutes trying to take a phone. Like
He barely got his head in it as well.
talking about he wanted
5 minutes.
like talking
5
about
minutes at a time.
talking
there,
about
sorry.
showing your age. Like what's this device? Like
At least he's trying to get with it. Look, I thought it was amazing. For those who don't know, it was in the Lazio
they
derby.
released a scrapbook about it.
What?
Yeah, like the cover is the photo he took, and the rest of the photos are other things that people like different angles. Like
I think it's pretty good. Look, fucking Roma need the money, all right? They had a bad few years,
yeah,
except for last year. Valdez to United on a free. This is outrageous. Basically, what does this mean for De Gea? Is this the idea of replacing him?
It could be bait for Bale, couldn't it?
or Lindegaard wants to go. Well, he doesn't like Lindegaard.
Oh, do you think Valdez would be happy to sit on the bench?
I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
He's not.
I'm
fit.
surprised Liverpool just didn't go for him. Like,
I'm-
what were they? teasing him or
Liverpool
something?
wanted to give him a trial. He said no. Then United go here, train with us, and then gave him a contract.
Why didn't they just let him train and give him a contract?
Dan, you don't know what he's like. He's not. He didn't start for United. He's not a star. He fucked up his knee. He's unfit.
Yeah, no,
What
I'm
is
not
that?
saying sign him, but like he was training with Man United for about at least a month.
We
before
offered
he was
him.
offered
Yeah,
something.
offered him something. He said no.
Basically, what happened was Man United did a Schley trial by just having him train with them, while Brendan went official and for him and said, "I'd like you to do a trial." That's it. They tricked him. They tricked him and they got him.
Well, he's not going to be sitting there for number 2 keeper next year.
See, this is what I'm
Why wouldn't
thinking.
he?
I just-
You never rated him though, but like
He's still. What is he like? 32 only still.
he was actually probably having his best spell ever as a goalkeeper. I
Yeah.
actually rated him along with Courtois. I would say about this time last year as the 2 best keepers in the world.
All right, never mind.
More than Neuer.
Well, Neuer's definitely come to Providence since.
Yeah, he's been very good for a few years now.
Yeah, Neuer was a shock of the World Cup. This guy's good, isn't he?
The Steve Gerrard move to LA Galaxy was made official. So that's happening in July. Steve Warnock to Derby County.
Token Leeds news. You can move on.
Yes, do you want to say something?
They're buying out his contract because he's on too much wages, and he's like the only player we have who's experienced and playing well.
Played
It's
in
like,
Champions League.
let him go on. Very sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. And you're not getting Becchio as well.
We're not getting back out. I think we're still in for Beckford, but that's probably beans as well.
The postman to Crystal Palace.
Sonogo,
Sonogo.
not the guy who got fired.
Is this actually happening?
Yeah, it's gone through today.
It did it.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for not for Palace, but for him and Wenger, definitely.
Okay.
Because Bordeaux wanted him, but he wanted to stay in the Premier League to get used to the pace of it, I presume. So, that'll do.
Nastasius to Schalke. His agent said that loads of other Premier League teams went in for him, but he thought the right choice would be Schalke. Who else went in for him? Why didn't Liverpool go in for him?
Because they
But he
have a
wouldn't
lot of centre backs.
wouldn't sell a rival.
They're
Sell a
giving
rival.
Skirtle a new contract. We're sorted for a while.
They're what?
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're not early.
Yeah.
He was almost loaned to Napoli last summer.
They might just want to make some money off him in the summer.
Yeah.
There's also more news about Super Napoli. Lavezzi and Cavani have been dropped, and Lavezzi apparently wants to get out.
Covered that last week. Yes.
Yeah. Supposedly their Lavezzi is being offered for 8 million, and
He's no spring chicken though, is he? He's
29.
30. Is he? He's not 30.
I know.
Is he 29?
I couldn't believe it either. because it seems like it's been a few years since he was like, oh, he's not young anymore. But no, he's 29. Liverpool are obviously linked to him, as they are with anybody who's fast and who's not Shaqiri, because Shaqiri's gone. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where he goes.
Do you think Cavani will go anywhere?
He hasn't done much.
Summer.
I just don't see it happening. I know there's been rumours about him going all the time, but I think, like, look, Ibra's no spring chicken. You know what I mean? And when Ibra's injured, who do they have?
Cavani.
I know
is
Cavani doesn't like playing on the wing.
Gamero.
Team of the year, Luis, they have. Throw him up front.
Look, they
He'd
might
probably
as
love
well.
it as well there.
He would. Suso, the laziest man in Liverpool, according to Glenn Johnson, has finally gone to Milan, where he'll be bought in the summer. Asaidi has been bought by an Asian team for 4.5 million, which is quite incredible. Oldham actually didn't sign Chad Evans, but we had many people coming out saying that after speaking to Chad Evans, they realised that there's a lot more to this story, and maybe it's not as incriminating as one said. He, after the Oldham deal fell out, actually came forward and finally did like more of a public apology than he's ever done before.
I went on the website that his girlfriend's dad created for him, where you watch the CCTV from the hotel.
Oh.
And it's all like why he's innocent and all that sort of stuff, like, which I think is odd,
So it's
because at the least he cheated on his girlfriend.
Was it rape?
Well, they didn't show the activity.
Where were they? You see them before? Like,
it's just them walking in. And it's like, and basically, it's like, is she drunk enough to have this happen? Like, I don't know. He hasn't apologized till the other day, and even that was like,
yeah, but
he
like
should
she
have done
could
this a while
have
ago.
probably she could have passed out, and he could have got
And I think that might have been what happened. And
That's
the fact
rape,
is,
like, you know.
of course it is. He's only served half the sentence regardless. I just don't understand why. Like, it muddies up a fucking club. It puts a club into turmoil to be linked to him. A lot of people, staff in Oldham, the reason it fell through is because people who work at the club were getting
actually it was
threats.
ironic. The Players Football Association, the players, like the PFA, were pushing this deal to go through. You had all the sponsors.
Yeah.
Like, I found that very odd.
No, Dan.
I know they're very unionist, but like,
behind
it's
closed
like,
doors.
like,
Behind
sorry.
closed doors, I saw people debating this on TV. Your man, I can't remember his name. He's an ex-football pundit that nobody listens to anymore. He wears a blue shirt. He's got a really weird face. I'll try and check him out online before we're finished.
Could be anybody really.
But he like a lot of people behind closed doors are very much like supportive of him. It's going, this is his, like, the mentality is right. This is his trade. This is the only thing he can do. He served his sentence. He only served half his sentence. He served his sentence. Don't deprive him of making a living. It's like the issue is he's a role model. He's in the public eye.
I think
A teacher can't serve half their sentence and go back to being a teacher.
I was watching The Last Leg on Channel 4. Like, it's a comedy show, and Darrell Breen was in it. And I think he summed it up well, where he's like, he's only 25, just learning another trade. You're not allowed to get out of prison and be in FIFA 16.
Unless you're Jermaine Pennant. No, it's absolutely true.
No, but
Ryan
like,
Pennant
there was
pretending to
another,
be someone else.
I
Didn't
know,
Steve
I'm
Finnan? Did he kill someone, or was the person in a car crash or something? What was that
What?
about? Steve Finnan.
Oh.
Do you not do something?
Like, you get arrested, and like, if it's an accident,
and
it's
there
an
was
accident.
Lee Hughes. Do you ever hear of Lee Hughes?
I'm going to have to edit that
Play-
out.
Yeah.
You're hoping that this photo is going to make the show a lot more popular. And the one thing would be like, lad who poses with Aaron
There was
Paul.
a story about that or something. He was in a car
Allegation that
crash.
Steve Finnan is a murderer.
Okay, well, I never said he was a murderer. Now I said he was in a car crash,
Okay.
and I said no. Lee Hughes though, he did kill someone, but he came back and played for Notts County, I think.
Okay.
So it was manslaughter. He was unfair.
All right.
But I don't know.
And last but not least, a lot of people linked with Jermaine Defoe. I know Hull are, because Jelavic has been is
QPR.
out.
He's going QPR. He's going QPR.
I've seen him linked to Liverpool. I've seen
No
about
way.
1,000 people linked to Liverpool. Yeah, so
You can make an 11 out of people linked to Liverpool.
of course you could. So has that Bonnie deal gone through?
No, because I think because he's on the other side of the world, it's been held up. I think. But
Yeah, that would make it hard. 30 minutes and still 0-0 in the FA Cup between West Ham and Everton. Okay, so let's have a look at the Premier League results from this past weekend. Starting off with the Saturday kickoff at 12:45. Sunderland and Liverpool. Sunderland were down to the first half anyway. Sunderland were disgraceful. This was the Laser Markovic show, finally becoming the world class player we always knew he would be. He was unceremoniously destroyed in the box 3 minutes in, and for no apparent reason they didn't give a penalty. He then scored after 9 minutes because Steve Gerrard is playing number 10 now, as kind of like he, rather than just doing the holding role that Brendan has spent years trying to make him do, he's just giving him 15 testimonials and letting him play where he wants. So Steve Gerrard kind of fumbled the ball through the box, and did anybody see Markovic's body language when Gerrard went
He
over?
was so cold.
Why does Markovic hate Steven Gerrard? It's because he's leaving.
He was like, that was it. I'm freezing.
I thought you were saying that he's such a cold-hearted person.
I just thought the only thing I have to say about this is like it comes that moment when you look at like your summer signings, and this is where I just went, Can and Laser, they're young, they're looking quite good, they're really coming into it. And I looked at like Barini, well, I know he's different, and Lovren when he came on, and I was like, just leave.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
done with all of you.
good win for his ball.
One more thing about Laser, he did attempt a scissors kick that would have been goal of the season if it had gone in. It hit off the bar, and then Pantilemon's giant head.
But the good win for his ball. My God.
Yeah.
I've never seen a worse performance.
Bristol got a red card.
They literally wanted Liverpool to win that match, I think.
Liverpool should have been 3-0 up at half time, and then the second half, Sunderland just packed in when they got a man sent off and just didn't try anything, and Liverpool were like, okay.
Adam Johnson went close.
Yeah, but that was a shot from distance.
I thought when Gerrard went off, there was no control in that game at all.
I would completely agree. Which is
it was just like you guys, you're 1-0 up here against a pretty poor team. They're down to 10 men. Just finish them.
Considering how far up he was playing, it's kind of weird that it had that much dictation on the game when he came off.
Yeah, like
considering Sunderland have like taken points off everyone there. Like I think only Arsenal have beaten them. Like Chelsea dropped points.
I
City
think they've
points,
only won
United
one game
points.
at home now this year.
Yeah, but they're getting points off everyone. Like they've had like 10 draws or something.
10 draws, yeah.
West Brom beat Hull City at the Hawthorns 1-0. 77.
Tony Pulis looking like a 16-year-old kid.
What was he doing?
He was just wearing a tracksuit with a cap with the whitest runners.
His wife bought him them runners for Christmas, and he just opened them there on the Saturday morning. And go, oh, look what I found!
He bought them for himself. With that secret money I was talking about earlier.
They scored from a pass back, like an indirect free kick in the box.
Oh yeah,
it's great, classic.
Berahino going to Liverpool 20 million.
Fuck that.
Is this the case?
He's just been arrested for drink drive, and he's alright.
Yeah, if he got himself mentally and behaved himself, he might have a future.
After half a season of scoring goals for West Brom.
Yeah, he's alright last year. He's potential.
What is with Liverpool being linked to people who do these lascivious acts and stuff? Like, do you remember when we were first linked to Lavezzi and he came out with his hat and his cunnilingus?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mark Noble scored an own goal for West Ham that caused a draw at the Liberty Stadium. Andy Carroll with a disgracefully good goal before the halftime whistle.
It was like a goal in FIFA. It was so awkward. It's like you ever try to run with a tall guy in FIFA where it's just like wailing arms, just like looks like one of those inflatable arm guys.
Yeah.
He's just there like, well, the defender was closing me down, so I had to use my footwork to get away from him. Like you did.
Andy Carroll is banging in the goals since he got fit.
What's he on, like 4 or something?
He must be on play about 5 or 6 games though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like he's actually on a pretty good run, back in the England squad.
Oh, well, hold on.
Actually, do you see match? I watched Match of the Day too there. Do you see, the way they try to sum up the big weekend or something?
Sure.
Yeah, they're like, what a weekend it was for English strikers.
I know.
They're like Dwight Gale's penalty.
It would have been, who scored?
Sorry, hold on, no, just one sec, Dan. Speaking of the English strikers,
a lot of them, actually.
Another week goes by, Dan, and another week where Harry Kane, Charlie Austin and Danny Ings all score, and you're telling me I'm a madman for one of those 3 up front?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Do you know what I'm going to do?
They've 0 caps between them.
Queen's Park Rangers have broken the record for worst away team in the Premier League since like Sunderland in 1958
So 10 games or 11 games in a row defeats? 10 games. 10 games, I think.
Yeah, they. It was 2-1 to Burnley. It was a very entertaining game. The Danny Ings goal was very good, as was the Arfield goal. Charlie Austin with a pen. So yeah, 2-1 to Burnley at Turf Moor. Leicester beat Aston Villa at King Power Stadium.
Another Liverpool legend.
Yeah, he's got hair now. Konchesky.
And it's grey as well.
Kieran Clark's red card wasn't on this.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's not my fault.
Okay. Do you know how many goals Villa have scored this season?
11.
It's like
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leeds did have the record for years until Derby came up and broke it. 28 goals Leeds only scored in 96-97. 28 goals. We finished 10th.
I think they've only scored...
We only conceded like 31.
See, I don't know who I want to go down more. QPR or Aston Villa just had a pure...
I hate Villa. They're such an irrelevant team now. It's like, lads, you've been absolutely terrible for about 5 years. Just go away. Neil. Now.
What was I saying? What have I been saying about Paul Lambert?
The winds of change.
Paul Lambert deserves to be in fucking Sunday conference.
He did an alright job at Norwich, though. To be fair, he did alright. He was bottom of League One and got them the Premier League in 2 years.
Man City slipped up after becoming level on points and goal difference with Chelsea last week. They drew 1-1 to Everton at Goodison Park. Naismith, who must be on at least 10 goals this season now.
Did you see Joe Hart's Superman impression?
What did he do?
He just dived like.
Oh yeah,
like,
this is for the goal. Yeah.
Naismith. That goal's Fernandinho's goal is pretty funny as well. It's great work by Silva, and he just like sliced his shot and like back header up.
Anyone hear Charlie Nicholas commentating on that? It's like, oh, Man City have scored here. It's Fernando or Fernandinho. I don't know. I can't tell them apart. They both look the same.
He didn't say that, did he?
On live TV, and Jeff Selling made him apologise.
Off.
It's like, no, wait, man. Something was said. Yeah, I just like to apologise.
It's amazing how Jeff Stelling sounds exactly like Bill here.
They don't look that alike.
No.
Bill and Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you know City haven't won since April with Yaya Toure not on the team?
Yeah, incredible.
Ooh, stats.
So
Chelsea defeated Newcastle at Stamford Bridge 2-0. Oscar and Diego Costa.
Did you see the love-in on the sidelines between Mourinho and whoever the Newcastle caretaker manager is? They hugging each other and all. And
during the game or after?
Both.
John Carver didn't even see him at the start. He was walking past him. Mourinho's like, I give you a hug. Oh, shit.
The ball went out to Mourinho, and Mourinho went to kick it to his player to take a quick free kick, and it hit John Carver in the arse, and they had a great lull about it. And then, like, the after interview, like, John Carver was like, Mourinho said, if I keep playing like this, they'll give you a 5-year contract.
To be fair to Newcastle,
Mourinho just wants to win.
Newcastle could have been 2-0 up. They probably should have been.
Yeah.
Probably should have been. Chelsea getting results, but not playing as well. Probably actually really since the Man United game, they haven't played well.
But it's just
around them, like they haven't really done it.
Everybody is so inconsistent that they're still like by and large the best team in the league. You know, like you don't.
Yeah, well, them and City are two best by a mile. You
know, we had Spurs losing to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park with fucking what's his fucking
Alan
Pardew's return to the club. So this is huge, you know, like him coming back and this kind of performance. Harry Kane scored another great goal, but Crystal Palace beating Spurs.
Curse of Sinnets.
The curse of Sinnets
worked again.
So you wanted Spurs to win,
to lose. Every time I go to Sin, at some reason, the team everyone's supporting or everyone wants to win always loses.
I tell you.
So I went in, it was 1-0. Literally, as soon as I stepped in, Dwight Gale scored a penalty. And then Punchin made it 2-1. And Palace are worth the win as well. So
what do you think of Palace now with the new man at the helm?
I think there's probably 3 worse teams than them, but I think they'll probably finish 17th. But I think they'll stay up.
Okay.
If they can get the postman scoring. Him and Shamak, 2 Arsenal legends up front.
I think it's a good signing for them, to be honest. He looked good at the end of last year.
Yeah, like he's not going to get many goals, but the way they play will, like he's not going to play well for Arsenal if they're going to be passing it around, and he'd be fine if they hoof it up to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, it might work.
Arsenal against Stoke City was the Alexis Sanchez show again. He assisted Koscielny's header at 6 minutes in, then scored himself at 33 minutes and 49 minutes. He had an outrageous free kick that just bobbled in, and just no matter what he does, he keeps scoring.
That was a Pro 8 goal.
So are we looking at by far the best signing of the season this year? He's usurped Cesc, who had it for the first 6 weeks, I think, fairly comfortably. But this is just Sanchez.
Sanchez has played like literally every game and 90 minutes of every game.
He's incredible.
But he doesn't look tired.
No.
You see, Chesney was dropped for having a smoke in the showers.
He was having a smoke in the showers.
And that was after he had a disgraceful performance as well. He made 2 howlers. Like
I've always fancied Ospina as a keeper.
You were devastated Liverpool didn't go for him. They only got him for 3 million.
I know. I was talking about him for about 2 or 3 years now.
Like he's grand for number 2, but you know. Chesney actually, I thought was actually improving, but
okay,
I didn't know what the hell. Like his Wenger won't accept that.
His dad was piping up as well, wasn't he?
Oh, he was like saying Mertesacker's like a hippo turning or something. Yeah, he's as quick as a hippo.
Which is true. I'd agree with that.
But like, you know, still though.
Did you think he said about the communications? An issue at the back is communications between the players. It's like you've 2 Frenchmen, a German who speaks perfect English, and an Englishman. It's like, how's there?
It's not like Debussy's been in England as well since like
Just
2011.
ridiculous. Wenger also said that Sanchez is very technically good, but not the best he's ever played with.
He's had some good players.
I know he's had some good players. And Pires, I don't know why.
Well,
he kept
Pires
putting
or
to
Henry or Bergkamp
I kept
would
putting
probably
to
be
Pires and Henry in the crowd the whole Arsenal game, so I couldn't get enough Pires.
giving the LIs, you know. Yeah.
Final game of the weekend was Manchester United losing at Old Trafford to Southampton. Tadic scoring. And what's amazing about this is they went into the game respectively, both pretty similar on points. Southampton now ahead of Man United in third place. And if you look at Southampton's run of games over the next few weeks, this is legitimately the year they can actually get top four. They could easily do this.
But like, I know you said it. You said they might go down. A lot of people are actually saying they could. They were like 4th to 5th favourites to get relegated.
You know, I just looked at people that were going out, and I just don't think anybody gave them credit for the business they did.
Koeman
and Koeman. Koeman's the answer, my friend.
Well, I think a lot of good praise has to go first of all to Nigel Atkins for building a good stabilising the club, and then Pochettino for taking him on again. And then Koeman for kind of putting the icing on the cake, like they've improved every single year, like greatly as well. So I think
So place your bets to Southampton win the league next year. Like.
No, but to be fair, if they can get top 4,
They won't.
I think they will. They'll bottle it, or they still have Arsenal and Man United breathing down their necks. They know how to get top 4.
There's 2 places though.
Okay,
they're not taking both.
There's only 7 points between Southampton, United, Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham and Liverpool. Okay, so that's 2nd place to 8th place. There's 7 points in. Everybody's going on about, obviously United have had a rocky season. Van Gaal was compared to Moyes in terms of statistically.
Exact same amount of points.
Okay, which is amazing. And what is absolutely incredible is, you look at what a bad season is to a club, what a good season is to a club. Liverpool are 5 points behind United at this stage. Still yet to play United again. This is an incredibly tight.
Well, I think they're
Champions
all.
If Liverpool didn't have the Europa League, I think they'd get it.
Yeah,
but they do, so they won't.
They probably won't.
Well, I don't know. I've been saying for months that Man United have not been playing well enough.
Yeah,
it was all
like they've been. Falcao dropped. He stormed out.
Well, that made sense though, because they had 2 players that went off injured that were just back from injury playing, so he needed replacements for those.
Well, what do you think of this Falcao thing? On a side note,
I don't think he'll be there next year.
No, it doesn't look like.
I think he should have played though, because he's their form striker.
I don't understand why he hasn't been.
Because he wanted to keep with the formation that they've been getting points or drawing with.
But they
put Di Maria up front.
But they put Rooney back. They had Di Maria up front, and then they took off Di Maria, the most expensive player in the history.
He was terrible. He was awful though.
Yeah, but playing in his right position.
He should be playing there.
Yeah, great, but no.
Made no sense really.
Shaw's injured again as well.
Who?
Shaw.
Oh,
Shaw.
Is he okay? But
Too
let's
fast.
just.
Do you think Southampton gets top 4?
No.
Let's break it down. Okay, Liverpool, I'd say, have an outside chance. West Ham will drop off. Spurs will drop off. Arsenal have a chance. United have a chance. Southampton have a chance. So I think
between the 3.
Yeah.
My top 5 at the start of the season was Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Man United, and Liverpool were 5th. That was the 5 I had, and
you would stick with that, wouldn't you?
You probably could.
Well, listen, Dan, the Southampton run-in is just... I'll get it up now here in a second while you guys talk about the awards. Okay, so fire ahead with those. Spoofer of the week.
Oh, spoofers. Oh, I thought you were at the BallonD'Or again. Like, really?
No, the ITK awards.
The ITK awards, that one.
Yeah, come on. You're wearing your best frock.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so spoofer of the week, Dan. Who do you have?
You've already covered it. Actually, we've all covered it. Hodgson for those hilarious picks. Even though Mascherano has actually been... He was actually one of the most underrated players in the World Cup. And I would actually put the Mancini thing in. And I thought Ronaldo's speech was ridiculous because it almost came across that it was like kind of the old kind of petulant Ronaldo, kind of like me, everything. Even though at times in the last 12 months he's been absolutely brilliant, like sportsman. Yeah. Like there's been times like maybe Madrid have won big games or lost big games. He's gone straight to the like Messi or a big opponent, and they've gone congratulate each other. Like there's been a lot of mutual respect.
I honestly think that you're reading into that.
I don't know. It just like
I really think if you didn't like Ronaldo and you saw it,
it was just like he was just like me, and the big scream, and like even taking his shirt off in the Champions League final because he was getting a film made about himself. Oh, I better take my top off.
A lot of people do that.
It's a moment, Dan. In that photo will be that's that Champions League final.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, but you can't. I think you got to. I have to be the moment, sort of thing.
He's
You know
not the
what I mean?
most
Porto
selfish
won
man.
the Champions League final 3-0, and the only thing I remember about it is Mourinho just like crying and just walking away because he knew. It's just certain Champions League finals just have moments, and he just got his. Like, it should have been Bale screaming.
Yeah, would have been.
But they scored 2 more goals.
Bale should have been the moment.
Hold on, now. You never gave out when Bally did his famous top of the
No.
celebration. So
You just
what-
don't like Ronaldo, so everything he does,
Yeah,
you look
and
bad
Ronaldo
at.
deserves it because he just scored a goal in the Champions League final.
Balotelli won them that game.
Was it the Champions League final?
No, Ronaldo scored a penalty to make it 4-1 after Madrid were down to like 9 men and Simeone sent off, and they were
Oh,
absolutely out in their feet.
Oh, the poor guys. Simeone storming onto the pitch like a right prick. Poor guy. They were robbed.
I never called him a poor guy.
You
Who's,
were like-
who's your spoofer?
I have myself for last week's show.
That's a good one.
I have Chesney a little bit as well. And then I have
Chesney for having
FIFA.
a
I have
vibe.
FIFA, right? Because FIFA were doing a bit of a clean up, as you do every once in a while. You just have to throw some sort out. So they're going through the old basement of the FIFA house.
It's like the Vatican Library.
Yeah, exactly. They're going through, and they open a box, and what do they find? Parts of the old World Cup trophy. The one that's apparently stolen.
Oh my god.
We wanted.
It's in the Bladder's fucking kitchen or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do these Southampton fixtures, right? They have a FA Cup tie with Ipswich coming up, right? Away to Newcastle, home to Swansea. Away to QPR, home to West Ham, home to Liverpool. Away to West Brom, home to Palace.
They're quite tough.
I think, oh, come on.
The only thing
They are tough.
The only reason I think they won't win a lot of those matches is because the way they're set up is to play against Liverpool, who they play.
Yeah, they're
like
organised, not
yeah.
to break a team down.
Yeah,
It's-
like your man Pele or whatever was like right back for them. Yeah, like they play with like
Baffling.
they play like 8 defenders. So
Van Hal was complaining that they were clearly coming for a draw.
yeah, which they were. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But I think he should be more
Like they'll
annoyed
do,
that his
if
team
they
couldn't
do
break
get in the
them down.
Champions League,
Or
they'll
create
do
an
better than
average
Liverpool
target.
did this year.
One at a time.
If they did get in the Champions League, they do better than Liverpool did this year because they're probably set up defensively.
You're probably
Man
right.
United not with a shot on target as well.
Hero of the year. Did they not? Oh, that's right, yes.
Year of the year.
Hero of the week, sorry.
Well, we talk about like how bad some owners are of certain clubs, like not paying your taxes and certain things. But it's rare that an owner realizes his mistake and turns it around. So my hero of the week is Vincent Tan for
The Bluebirds.
putting Cardiff back in blue,
Getting them back in the blue.
and also the story behind it, in which his mother told him to do it. Now I don't know how old Vincent Tan is, but surely
He
his
must
mo-
be in his late 50s.
it reminds me of
Yeah.
that episode of The Simpsons where Homer becomes Mr. Burns' assistant. And it's like don't accept phone calls from his mother. It's like,
Hello, son. This is Mrs. Burns.
yeah, that might have just been a Cardiff fan. Like, hello, Vincent. They should be dressed in blue. But it's
And he
worked.
doesn't call his son Mr. Burns.
Hero of the week, Dan.
I will give it to Ronaldo, to be fair. He's BallonD'Or. And I'm going to give it to Totti for the L selfie. He was pretty cool.
That was awful.
I'm giving the hero of the week to Francesco Totti, in my opinion. I voted John, my friend. John, do you have a goal of the week?
Lasers volley.
Lasers.
Which didn't go in.
I'll give it to Gareth Bale's free kick because he was booed out of the stadium.
I was
What's
very...
happening to this man? The poor fella. All he's
It's
doing
2
is-
matches in a row he didn't give the ball to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think
And
the
they
way...
don't
Yeah,
accept that.
I think as well, like, he's taking free kicks and stuff. Like, you know, like Messi is number 1 at Barca and, like, Neymar knows he is. I think Bale is like, I'll just take this free kick.
It was an
Pass the ball
incredible.
to Ronaldo. Like, you know, it's just that kind of thing. There's still that kind of hierarchy that maybe the fans are thinking, oh, he's still number
Did
1.
you actually see Neymar's feet?
Oh, the tackle from Juanfran.
It's the first match bar, I think, the Champions League final where I've watched 90 minutes of Atletico Madrid. And I swear to God, if Mourinho managed them, Dan would be saying how fucking shit awful bastards they are.
Yeah,
But
they're tough.
Because they're the little guys from Spain.
Yeah, and what they've done is incredible. What they've done is incredible.
They're kicking the shit out of people.
They're a very physical team.
They are
Can't
very...
be
Yeah, but they can play. They can
can
certainly play.
They did have
No.
Barca on the break quite a few times, you know. If they didn't
Well,
have
must
that
be able to
fucking...
I haven't
must
seen-
be able to play if they won La Liga and was 1 minute away from the Champions League. Of course they can play.
Yeah, if I
Like,
tell
they're
you,
not that bad,
they
like.
could have had a few chances if they didn't have that fucking peg-legged, elven tattooed half-wit up front in the
Mandzukic.
second half. No,
Torres.
he is an elven tattoo. Did you know he's an elvish tattoo?
Yeah.
Big fan of Lord of the
Really?
Rings. Yeah, don't know what it says.
You'll
I
never walk
I
alone.
used to be good. Oh, maybe it's that. Okay, so goal of the week from you, Danny boy.
Rudy Austin scored a penalty for Leeds. We hadn't scored in about 6 matches.
Oh, fuck off.
Just
No,
stop.
it's
It
red.
was almost like the ghost of Gary Smeed came down and kissed him. Just fuck off, a penalty or something.
Before putting his willy in.
But if you want to actually see, it's definitely Andy Carroll written down there.
Okay, I was thinking Andy Carroll as well. Do you have a team
The
of
proof
the week?
is there.
Do you have a team of the week? I'm actually trying to scratch them together
Just
here.
a Southampton team. Actually, we just didn't mention Tadic thinking he had the night off and didn't bring his jersey or shin guards.
What was he thinking?
That was amazing.
Gary Neville was
and
involved.
then he came on and scored.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was he thinking?
Like I can't. Like he forgot his shin pads and everything. Like did he just
Yeah.
go? I'm not coming on or what? Or
Maybe he just was like Messi and just not in the mood, so I just sit on the bench. Kick up a fuss about this.
Yeah.
odd,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know. Maybe Top Pardew didn't like him, and he's just showing up.
Pardew doesn't manage Southampton.
You
Why am I doing that?
Can we get one week
Tony
where
Pulis
everyone's
manages them, doesn't he?
What's happened?
It was Dan who was blind with his thing, then my drunkenness, and
Dan
you with your whatever.
Dan had trachoma.
with his wind.
I'm floating on 3 hours sleep at this stage. I'm shaking.
Okay, look, we're almost there. Team of the week, Dan. I'm going to scratch one
I haven't got
together.
a team of the week done.
No,
so.
it's a team.
Do you not?
It was an irrelevant week. No?
I'll go Neuer, Lam, Ramos, Luis Silva, Iniesta, Cruz, Seamer, Messi, Ronaldo, and Robin.
The week that's in it.
Okay, I'm going to go Harry Kane, Danny Ings, and Charlie Austin up front.
Of course.
Fernandinho and Steve Gerrard in the centre. Lazer Markovic.
Even though Gerrard only played 45 minutes.
Lazer Markovic and Paul Konchesky as wing backs. Terry Cahill.
Oh, it's the Dan team.
Cahill didn't play.
Terry
Koscielny.
Koscielny. There you go, Terry Koscielny and Sanchez in goals.
There you go.
Did you see that Germany made a film about winning the World Cup and it opens with a quote from Steven Gerrard?
Oh, Jesus!
I don't even know if he
Don't
said
listen to me and you will win a World Cup.
Yeah, pretty much.
do you know what the quote is?
It's a quote like, I don't even know if he said it. I know, like I heard it 100
He
times.
doesn't
Like,
fart.
Where's me socks?
oh no, I've slipped.
Oh, that wasn't on the telly. Oh God! All right, who do I call to get a super injunction? All right, we'll we'll have a look at the. Is that
Phil Collins?
okay? We'll have a look at the teaser now. What's the teaser from last week, Dan?
Where did? That's the answer.
Sorry. Excuse me.
He just blurred the answer out.
For this week or last week?
Last week.
What was the question?
Where did Barcelona sign Alexis Sanchez from?
It was Udinese.
Yeah, and you thought it was some Argentinian team.
He was in the Italian league.
He was with Udinese.
No, yeah, we said Italian league, and you were like, no. We were
No,
like,
I didn't say that. He said it. He said it. You were drunk. Listen to me.
I'd had a stroke at that stage.
Yeah. And this week's teaser, please.
As we're at the BallonD'Or happened this week. Name 5
Trying to
players.
say the fancy football code.
Exactly. Name 5 players who've won the Ballon d'Or 3 times at least.
5 who've won it thrice.
Yes.
Is this all time? But like back when Michael Owen won it when it was not the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Into the mic, my friend.
I'm fine. They get it.
All right. Real quickly, Fantasy League is code 1744515251994.
And I've given the code to Noel. So there's
Yeah,
no, like, if he doesn't enter it now.
He's just told me he's about to do it.
Oh, that's all
But he's not in it now. 1744515251994, and I've dropped off pretty bad.
To sum this week up, I knew on Friday that Sterling wasn't playing, and I was still not arsed to change for team. So.
Yeah, same with myself. He's on a leave to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Just getting a holiday, like.
Yeah, give him
Has he played that much though this year? He's played
Yeah,
a
he
lot.
played- he
hasn't
played
he?
every match.
Yeah, he played everything.
Like, he deserved a break. Like.
Yeah, he was like they were relying on him.
Sure,
for
he
10
had the
games.
FA Cup off and the Sunderland game, but he's back next week, isn't he?
Yeah, him and Sturridge.
Oh God, fantastic! Is there any update on Gerrard being taken off half time? How is he?
I think he's grand.
I think it was precaution, was it?
Fantastic. Okay, Dave Nocton, who really doesn't give a shit in 11th place. Seamus,
Just like he didn't give a shit when the photo of Aaron Paul came about. He, goes,
He
"Nah,
kept
not
texting
bothered."
me the next day, man, why the fuck didn't I get up? Man, I don't know.
poor old Dave. Seamus in 10th place. Tommy Normal in 9th. Excuse me, Enda in 8th. Myself above Enda just slightly at this stage now in 7th. Yeah, you did well though. Stephen Vincent in 6th. John has moved up 2 spots tonight. The only movement was me and you. We swapped 5th to 9th. So then we got Rob, Gary, Dan and Ronan. Ronan is 5 points only.
I
ahead
looked
of
at the league today. Me, Ronan, and Gary are like 100 points out of everyone.
No, that's not true. That's not true. No,
About 90.
no, not really.
80.
No, there's about there's about 80 between the top 4. So it's anyone's game. All right, that's it for us for this week. You'll know the result, but just to let the lads know, it's still 0-0 at half time between West Ham and Everton.
Can't believe I'm missing that cracker.
Yeah, well, we'll go in and watch it now. Sure.
Martin has said, actually, by the way, that Lukaku is one of the best players in the world this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to sell him, is he?
Trying to.
Massive waste of money.
28 million?
Mm-hmm. He's shite as well.
He's the potential to be good, but he's not doing it and doesn't care.
Andy Carroll's the potential to be good.
35 million, even more expensive than Lukaku.
Yeah, just about. Well, we got the money back though. See what Everton make on him.
We'll see indeed.
Balotelli got to
Liverpool will buy
Juventus.
him.
Balotelli's not going to Juventus.
It was a fib.
It was a big fib.
Yeah, it's a
And
lot
I would have only told you guys if I thought it was reliable, but yeah, big fib. Big fib. Balotelli's sticking with us at least till the summer.
like my fib yesterday.
What's your this taker thing?
It's not a fib. It's gonna happen.
But this didn't happen because he
Fancy
doesn't have
booking at its
Facebook.
best.
It is happening.
He doesn't have a Facebook. You were telling
It's
me
on
he
Twitter
posts
or
on
something, I don't
Facebook.
know.
He's
I read
definitely
an
on
article.
Twitter.
He doesn't have a Twitter.
has
either.
some-
No, there is a Facebook forum, but the WWE run that.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually go, oh, I'm going to put a
But
picture
it
of my
wasn't. It wasn't the W Facebook. People were saying it was a Mark Calloway thing. This rumor really got so many legs, but like way after you told
Sure,
me.
I could have
so you
made it a
probably
Mark Calloway
started
thing.
it.
Sure, like John keeps saying to everyone that I'm photoshopped in the picture of Aaron Paul.
It does look like it.
Well,
A floating
Actually, did you
head.
see the abuse
It does.
Barry was getting on the Herald website?
The what? No.
Yeah, just like, look who's the big floating head in the middle.
I was going to ask, Dan, you guys get abuse from people commenting on all these things?
I got a few female
Everyone
followers
match-
wanting to know
everyone-
what he smelled like.
Everyone matching me on Tinder now because of it,
And then I had a professional celeb follower emailing me going, have you rang the Sun and the Herald and got paid?
Who did that?
Some guy.
Should we be getting
Yeah,
paid?
he met Aaron. Well, why would you get paid?
Because the people have tweeted my photo as well.
Yeah, but it's my photo. You just stole my photo. Technically,
Yeah.
you should pay me.
Dan, you've opened a can of worms here, mate.
He gave it to me. He goes, oh, I'll give you that one now. Okay, fine. Thank you, John. Because
Uh,
best friend, Dad.
do you have it as your picture on Tinder?
Oh, of course I do.
Do
Got
you
about
have-
1,000 matches today now.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but honestly, like, has it bumped you up?
About 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't have to go on it.
All right.
Italian.
Well, enjoy the photo, everybody. Well, hopefully it will boost the show, and next week we'll have tremendous production costs compared to this week. We'll be financed out the wazoo because of all this extra attention from the photo, and himself will be here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Until next week, join the Fantasy League. Bye.